Hello, everyone. I have a good story for people today about the worst thing Rupert has ever done to me. And I'm going to have a special guest to talk with about it. And that is my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
But first, I have a brief channel update. I have lost my YouTube partnership status. Since I took a break for a few months, I fell below their minimum margin of listeners and watchers, and I am no longer earning $5 a month to run this channel. I'm a little upset about it, but I actually don't need to be paid to talk about my cat like most cat owners. I will do that for free. So, back to my mom. Her name is Sharon, is one of the 3 or 4 people that Rupert actually likes. That list includes myself, my mom, a random cable guy, and maybe like 50% of the time, Rupert likes Jeff. So, Mom, I wanted to know how it feels to be on such an exclusive list.
It's pretty amazing because Rupert's pretty picky.
And you've known Rupert since he was a little teeny tiny newborn baby kitten,
Yes.
and he has liked you since day one.
Yes.
Do you think there's anything special that you may have done to earn this level of love and affection from Rupert?
I think it might just be my voice because I'm always going, "Hey, Rupee, how are you, Rupee?"
That's right. My mom actually named my original name for my YouTube channel for Rupee, and gave him his official nickname. No one else called him that until my mom named him. So Rupee was his official nickname. I was thinking maybe it's because you snuck him popcorn as a kitten.
Who knows why that cat likes anybody?
Very food motivated.
Yes.
So, did you ever have a cat when you were growing up?
No, I did not. I always had dogs.
You just kind of winging it and somehow ended up with the love of a cat that hates everybody.
I really like Rupert. He's the only cat I ever had come hang
Yeah.
at my house. So,
Yes, my mom I used to take Rupert over to my mom's house when he was a little kitten for like Christmas sleepovers. And he would get, do you remember? He would get little Christmas presents, like 4 or 5 of them.
yes.
And then my mom would cat sit for Rupert, which I stopped doing in I think like 2017, because the last time I brought him over, he didn't want to come home afterwards. He was trying to stay there forever. And I got a little jealous and I thought about it maybe for a minute, like maybe Rupert would be happier at my mom's house. But then I was like, no, this is my cat and I need him in my family. So I did stop taking him over there after that one. But he actually, I don't know if you know this because dad was home. He hid behind your TV and he kept trying to bite me every time I reached back there. And then
Yes.
he pooped behind your TV. It was
Because he
like
was
a, he was
so
so
scared, I
mad.
guess. Yes.
He was mad that he was going to go in the car because he hates the car.
Come on, Rupert. Let's go. Let's go home. Wow, that was rude. Rude. Rude.
And it was like a half hour. It took me a half hour to get him out and like actually load him into the car that time. So
But he did that all the time when you came to get him. He'd run and hide under the bed.
yeah, I would be so excited. I'm coming home from my trip and I miss my cat and I'm so excited to go see him. And the whole time I'd be gone, my mom would send me pictures of Rupert. I'd be like, oh man, I can't wait to get home and see my cat. And then I would walk in the door and he would run from me like I was the devil and go hide somewhere in your house. He didn't miss me. But I guess that's
No,
because
I don't think he did.
yeah, he must have been having
Sorry.
a really good time at your house. So how was his behavior when he was at your house?
Everything was fine, except for that one time that he pottied. I think he just was stressed. But then you bought that spray that calmed him down, so then he was fine. But yeah, he just comes snuggle with me, and I'd get to pet him for maybe 30 seconds, and then he would bite me because he was done.
Yeah, he loves to ask for the pets and then just totally shake you off like you're a jerk for petting him.
Yes. How dare you touch me for any more than I want?
Exactly. Oh, he's a hot mess. What was his favorite thing to do when he was at your house?
Bite me. Well, we played with that little cat on a string. He loved that. And sometimes that little laser light.
Oh yeah, the
So
laser
he would
light.
love that
Yeah,
when he was over here.
yeah. I think he liked your windows a lot.
Oh, he did. He always sits in the window and looks out because he can see birds.
Yeah, and I think that's what he was missing in all of my little apartments and condos is like the birds coming by.
Yeah. I think popcorn, because like I would make popcorn and he would just come over here and beg.
Yeah,
But that was maybe about the only table thing I ever fed him.
I think the rules got stricter when he got bigger because he ended up having,
He has stomach issues.
right? And you have to clean his litter box every day, every time you went to the
I
bathroom.
did 2 or 3 times a day because he does not like his litter box dirty.
No,
He's always like, I don't want to touch it like you. I don't want to touch it. So I would clean it a couple times a day. And then I didn't ever have to worry about him wanting to go somewhere else because his litter box was clean.
Yeah, he's a ridiculous cat. I don't know if other cats do that, but that's what Rupert would do.
Yes,
Did he
likes
ever?
his paws clean.
He likes his paws clean. Did he ever sleep by you at night?
He'd sneak up in the bed, lay by me probably for like an hour, and then he'd be like, I'm done with you. And he runs off. I think once I noticed he's on the bed, and then I'd pet him and he'd go, I'm done with you, and run off.
Did he steal your food or try to steal your food?
Just the popcorn.
Okay.
Maybe some other things. I really don't remember what. Because, yeah, he was a beggar. He's a beggar.
Yeah, he was really bad about that. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I stopped bringing him over to your house because he didn't want to leave last time. And then I was going to share with everybody the worst thing that Rupert ever did to me. And I would cry to my mom about this a lot because it was a dark period in my family ship with Rupert. Like I had this cat and then I got him fixed like a couple months after he was maybe 6 months old or whatever the age limit is when cats are supposed to get fixed. And then after I got him fixed for like nearly 6 months to a year, he would pee on my bed all the time. Like 2 or 3 times a week, he would pee on my bed. And I took him back to the vet that did the fixing, and they're like, he's fine. I don't, there's nothing wrong with him. But then also he wouldn't let me sleep by myself. So like, if anybody's going to say, why don't you just close your bedroom door like a genius? Rupert didn't like closed doors when he was a kitten. Rupert still doesn't like closed doors. So he would sleep next to me. And if I closed the door, he would meow on the other side of it and rock it back and forth. So there was like no sleeping. And then I finally took him to the vet. And this is so, when I think about this story, it's so silly. And I was explaining to her, and the vet went through all the basics. They're like, are you cleaning the litter box every day? And I was like, of course, I'm not a buffoon. Like, I don't have a cat that's like peeing in my bed just because I don't feel like cleaning the litter box. I'm like begging this animal to please pee in his litter box. And she told me about the feel away spray that you had mentioned, about how that would like calm him down and maybe get rid of any anxiety. And then she said something that just straight up blew my mind. She just said, some cats are like this. They have a soft fetish and they just want to pee on anything soft.
Yes.
Which,
yep. He does that quite often to you, Renee. Well, not anymore. He doesn't.
He did eventually get it together, but oh my God, I was so upset. Like every day I would have to wash my bedspread in my apartment washing machine. I was taking it to my mom's house to try to wash it there and just try to get whatever I can. And then she did give me one other tip about using something called Nature's Miracle. So that's why I made this video. So if there are people out there with their cat that's peeing on their bed, ruining their lives.
Or any kind of soft blankets.
Yes, because once he stopped peeing on my bed, he would pee on my dirty laundry.
Yes.
That was on the floor. He would pee on his bed. He peed on a blanket I left on the floor, like just, and it wasn't even like fully on the floor. It was like just a little bit on the floor. So the vet had told me like get rid of all the soft things that are on your floor, just like really good housekeeping. And if you get rid of all of the things for him to pee on, he should stop peeing on things. And then the Nature's Miracle for getting rid of the odor, and then the Feel Away spray for calming down any anxiety that might be triggering it. Those were like the really, really big things. I did have to throw my bedspread out. I did. And I got a new bedspread. And then he just never had a cat bed after that because he's going to pee in it anyway. What's the point? And then I sat him down for a heart-to-heart. I grabbed his little smushy face and I said, I love you so much, cat. I can't live like this. Please stop peeing on my things. And a few short weeks after that heart-to-heart, he finally stopped peeing on my things.
Do you think it was the heart-to-heart, or do you think it was all the spray and stuff?
I don't know. I don't know what it was.
He's a little high maintenance.
He really will be too. High maintenance is the perfect word to describe him. So, it was embarrassing too, because Jeff would come over. I had just started a new relationship with Jeff, and I'm like, please don't break up with me. My cat pees on my stuff. It was rough. It was rough. So, but
that's he's allergic to your cat, and then he has to go get shots to put up with Rupert.
Yeah.
Poor Jeff.
Poor Jeff.
Poor Rupert. Poor Renee.
I'm going to get Jeff on some of these interviews really soon to just dive into his relationship with Rupert, because that was a strange, strange relationship that they developed. All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening to this story and watching Rupert play with his electric bug toy. I appreciate all of you, and hopefully one day I'll get back to that $5 a month in YouTube revenue. If you ever hear of anyone that has a cat peeing on all their things, feel free to share this story. And I'm going to go ahead and put on Kaylee's outro song because it's her favorite part of these videos. Thanks, guys.
Rupert cat, Rupert cat. He's there. He's already freaking there. Rupert cat, Rupert cat. He's there. He's already freaking there. Rupert cat, Rupert cat. He's there. He's already freaking there.